Some SUVs don't break your heart immediately. First, they impress you with giant screens, fancy lighting, and luxury marketing. Then, 6 months later, you're sitting at the dealership hearing words like software issue, electrical fault, and that part is on back order.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And trust me, the last SUV in this part might be the most disappointing one here. First up, the Mazda CX-90 PHEV. Now this one hurts a little because people expect Mazda to nail driving feel. And honestly, the CX-90 looks incredible. Long hood, aggressive stance, premium interior. It feels like somebody tried to build a luxury SUV without the luxury badge markup. But the plug-in hybrid version, that's where things start getting messy. Because once you combine turbocharging, hybrid systems, batteries, electric motors, and complicated software into one brand new setup, weird things happen. Owners started reporting electrical glitches, warning lights popping up randomly, charging issues, jerky transitions between gas and electric power, infotainment systems acting possessed at the worst possible moments. Imagine spending over 50 grand on a premium SUV, then rebooting the screen like it's a frozen laptop from 2009. And here's the dangerous part. When these systems work, the CX-90 feels amazing. The power delivery is smooth, the cabin feels upscale, and the 323 horsepower makes it feel genuinely quick for a three-row SUV. That's how the trap works. It gives you just enough good moments to make you ignore the stress. But modern reliability isn't just about engines surviving 200,000 miles anymore. It's about software, sensors, battery systems, cameras, charging modules, and electronics all behaving properly together. And when one tiny thing goes sideways, suddenly your futuristic SUV becomes a very expensive decoration. Now, the next SUV doesn't even pretend to be exciting. The GMC Terrain. This thing is the definition of looks okay in the parking lot, becomes depressing after ownership. At first glance, it feels reasonable. Compact size, comfortable seating, easy visibility, and the newer designs actually look kinda sharp. But underneath, the Terrain has been carrying reliability baggage for years. Especially when it comes to the powertrain. That small, turbocharged engine sounds efficient on paper, but owners constantly complain about sluggish acceleration, transmission weirdness, rough shifting, hesitation during acceleration, and electrical annoyances that randomly appear like uninvited relatives during the holidays. And let's talk about the interior quality for a second. Some of these cabins age fast. Buttons start feeling cheap, trim pieces rattle, screens freeze, weird noises appear out of nowhere. You start turning the radio louder not because you love music, but because you're trying to hide another mystery sound from the dashboard. That's never a good sign. The sad part is the Terrain isn't terrible in one dramatic way. It's death by 1,000 annoyances. Little problems stacking on top of other little problems until ownership just feels exhausting. And the resale value? Yeah, there's a reason people hesitate. Now, this next SUV might start a war in the comments, the Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. Because when this thing works, it feels incredible. Seriously, the combination of luxury vibes, off-road capability, hybrid torque, and Jeep styling makes people fall in love fast. The cabin feels upscale, the acceleration feels strong, and the instant electric torque gives this SUV serious punch off the line. You're getting around 375 horsepower and a massive 470 pound-feet of torque, which sounds insane for something wearing a family SUV badge. But holy hell, the reliability concerns. Owners have reported battery problems, charging failures, electrical system faults, warning lights, software glitches, and random system shutdowns that make the whole ownership experience feel like gambling with expensive consequences. And because it's packed with advanced tech, diagnosing problems can become a nightmare. It's not just replace a broken part anymore. Now it's update this module, reset this system, replace this sensor, wait 3 weeks for parts. Meanwhile, your payment still hits every month like clockwork. That's what makes modern unreliable SUVs dangerous. They don't feel unreliable during the test drive. They feel futuristic, smooth, fancy, powerful. Then the ownership arc begins. And honestly, Jeep has built such a strong emotional brand that people sometimes ignore problems way longer than they should, because admitting your dream SUV became a headache feels painful. Now, before the next one, I gotta ask, what's the worst vehicle you or somebody you know ever regretted buying? Not kind of annoying, I mean full-blown I should have listened to the warnings regret. Drop it below. And if this video saves even one person from buying a rolling electrical experiment, hit subscribe. Your future mechanic bill might thank you. Now, let's talk about the Kia EV9. This SUV is fascinating because it represents both the future and the fear of the future at the exact same time. The EV9 looks unbelievable. It has that futuristic spaceship design, huge screens, lounge-like seating, crazy interior space, and enough road presence to make luxury SUVs nervous. And performance-wise, it moves. Some trims push over 375 horsepower, and because it's electric, the torque hits instantly. Quiet acceleration, smooth driving, zero engine vibration. The first drive feels almost surreal. But here's the issue nobody wants to say out loud. We still don't fully know how all this tech ages long-term. That uncertainty matters when you're spending serious money. Owners have already started reporting software bugs, charging inconsistencies, electrical gremlins, sensor malfunctions, and infotainment issues, and unlike old-school cars where a local mechanic could usually figure things out, modern EV problems can feel terrifyingly complicated. It's not just replace a broken part anymore. Now it's update this module, reset this system, replace this sensor, wait 3 weeks for parts. Meanwhile, your payment still hits every month like clockwork. Now, the next SUV might be the sneakiest reliability trap on this list, the Ford Explorer, because people trust the Explorer name. That's exactly why it keeps catching buyers off guard. For decades, the Explorer has been the safe family SUV choice. Big space, decent power, familiar badge, solid road presence. It feels like something you automatically assume should be dependable. But modern Explorers have developed a reputation for transmission issues, electronic faults, rough shifting, rear axle problems, camera glitches, and quality control headaches that frustrate owners way earlier than expected. And once these problems start stacking up, the ownership experience changes fast. One dealership visit turns into 3, then 4, then you start hearing, yeah, that's a common issue, which is basically mechanic language for welcome to the club. Now, the next SUV feels like it was engineered during an all-night energy drink marathon, the Dodge Hornet.
I mean, it's alright, like, overrated as fuck in my opinion,
And honestly, this thing confuses people the second they see it. Because visually, the Hornet looks aggressive. Sharp headlights, sporty stance, muscular body lines. It screams performance crossover energy. Dodge marketed it like some rebellious little street fighter ready to terrorize traffic lights. Then ownership starts, and suddenly people realize this SUV has more mood swings than a reality show cast reunion. The biggest problem? Electrical gremlins. Owners started reporting frozen screens, warning lights showing up randomly, backup cameras glitching out, sensors freaking out for no reason, and software issues that make the whole vehicle feel unfinished. And when your SUV constantly flashes alerts at you, eventually you stop trusting the vehicle completely. That feeling matters more than people realize, because reliability isn't just does the engine survive, it's peace of mind, and the Hornet struggles there. Now, to be fair, this thing moves, especially the turbocharged setups. Some versions push over 260 horsepower with sharp acceleration that genuinely surprises people. It feels quick, punchy, and aggressive in ways most compact SUVs don't. But fast doesn't matter much when the dashboard lights up like a casino machine. And here's the dangerous part. The Hornet feels exciting during the test drive. That's how people get trapped. Nobody test drives long-term ownership stress. Nobody experiences 6 dealership visits during a 15-minute test drive. Now, this next SUV hurts even more because expectations are sky high. The Genesis GV80. This thing looks expensive. expensive, like really expensive. You walk up to it and immediately think, okay, somebody made it. The interior feels luxurious, the design looks stunning, and the road presence punches way above its badge. Genesis basically walked into the luxury world and said, yeah, we belong here. And honestly, from a comfort perspective, the GV80 feels incredible. Quiet cabin, smooth ride, premium materials everywhere, huge screens, elegant styling. It gives serious luxury SUV vibes without the insane pricing of some European brands. But reliability concerns keep following it around like a shadow. Owners have reported electrical glitches, infotainment crashes, sensor failures, battery drain issues, and random warning messages that appear when absolutely nothing seems wrong. That's the frustrating part. The SUV feels premium until premium problems arrive. And luxury tech-heavy vehicles age differently than older SUVs did. Back in the day, reliability mostly meant engine and transmission durability. Now, one failed electronic module can trigger half the dashboard into panic mode. And because the GV80 is packed with advanced safety systems, cameras, digital displays, and software-driven features, small issues suddenly become expensive issues very quickly. Plus, some owners complain about dealership experiences not matching the luxury image Genesis is trying to sell. That disconnect annoys people fast, because if you're paying luxury money, you expect luxury treatment when things go wrong. Now, the next SUV is probably one of the most underestimated reliability disappointments on this list, the Volkswagen Taos. At first glance, the Taos seems smart. Good fuel economy, compact size, European styling, nice technology, affordable pricing. It looks like the kind of SUV people buy after saying, I did my research. Then the problems begin creeping in quietly. Transmission hesitation, rough acceleration, electrical glitches, weird engine behavior, random warning lights, and suddenly ownership starts feeling like troubleshooting a Wi-Fi router. Some owners reported jerky low-speed driving so annoying that basic traffic became frustrating. Imagine trying to smoothly pull away from a stoplight while your SUV behaves like it's still deciding whether it wants to participate today. That gets old real fast. And because the Taos tries to balance efficiency with turbocharged performance, the powertrain can sometimes feel awkward instead of refined. It's one of those vehicles where everything sounds good individually until it all combines together in real life. Plus, Volkswagens have always carried that reputation where small problems somehow become strangely expensive problems. You walk into the service department expecting a quick fix, then walk out mentally calculating how many noodles you can survive on for the rest of the month. Now, quick question. What's one car brand you used to trust completely, but now you're not so sure about anymore? I'm telling you right now, some companies are surviving purely on old reputations. And if this video is helping you avoid a financial horror movie disguised as an SUV, subscribe before your cousin talks you into buying something because it looks cool. Now, let's talk about Rivian, specifically the R1S and R1T. And wow, this one is complicated, because Rivian might build some of the coolest vehicles on the road right now. Seriously. The design feels futuristic without looking goofy, the interiors are beautiful, and the performance is absolutely ridiculous. Some trims crank out over 800 horsepower. 800! These things launch like supercars while carrying camping gear and mountain bikes. It honestly feels like science fiction became a vehicle company. But here's the problem. Being revolutionary and being reliable are not the same thing. Rivian is still a young company figuring things out in real time. Owners have reported software instability, charging problems, suspension issues, electronic faults, build quality inconsistencies, and service center frustrations that become stressful when you're spending luxury-level money. And because Rivian's entire identity revolves around advanced technology, even small glitches can feel terrifying. Imagine your giant futuristic SUV suddenly refusing to charge correctly before a road trip. That's not inconvenience, that's panic. The scary part is people want Rivian to succeed so badly that they sometimes overlook problems longer than they normally would. The vehicles are that cool. But coolness doesn't pay repair bills.
This is business.
Now, finally, the SUV that quietly disappoints families every single year without creating huge internet drama, the Chevrolet Traverse. And honestly, that's what makes it dangerous, because the Traverse doesn't fail in flashy ways. It fails slowly, quietly, repeatedly. On paper, it sounds perfect. 3 rows, big interior, family-friendly size, strong V6 power, comfortable highway ride. But ownership stories tell a very different story. Transmission issues, electrical problems, timing chain concerns, random warning lights, air conditioning failures, and interior quality complaints keep showing up generation after generation. And the worst part is that a lot of families buy the Traverse because it feels safe and practical. Nobody expects the boring family SUV to become the stressful one. That's the trap. Sometimes the vehicles that look the most normal end up causing the biggest long-term headaches, because unreliable SUVs don't just drain money, they drain trust. And once you stop trusting your vehicle, every road trip feels different. Every dashboard light feels personal. Every strange sound raises your blood pressure. So before you buy your next SUV, don't just fall in love with the test drive. Fall in love with the ownership history too.